Hey everyone, this is KAF doing a video lesson on red to green breakout moves. Before I get into that though, this is my Twitter at KAF Investing. Come over here, give me a follow. I keep you guys updated on what's going on in the chat room. And you know what I actually did today? I usually don't do this, but I kind of gave everyone a heads up on the red to green move, and we traded this in the chat. So Twitter followers are hopefully able to catch some of that with us. We traded it from 5 to about 518 area, and that's the move I want to talk about today. Also, here is my KAF Investing website. KAFinvesting.com. Space is limited and it's filling up fast, so you can come over here and start your free 2-week trial by filling all this out, and we will get you in. Alright, so let's talk about this red to green move that we traded on dry ships. First of all, we traded this yesterday over the 470 level and banked on it in this area from 470 up close to $5, and it was fantastic. And so it ended up cracking really badly in the end of the day yesterday, and it closed right here at the $5 level. That was the close of the day. You can see current price $4.98, down 2 cents. $5 was the close. So what a red to green move is, you'll see these numbers are red right now because the stock is lower than it closed yesterday. If this stock price was above $5, then those numbers would be green. So that's why we call it red to green. Anything below yesterday's closing price, the stock is red. Anything above yesterday's closing price, the stock is green. So a red to green move is simply when the stock goes from red territory, like it was down here in this area. It actually dipped all the way down to 440, and it made a really strong, powerful move and actually went green on the day. So that's what a red to green move is. And so this is how we traded it here, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and show you guys how we traded this. We bought over the $5 level. Now this didn't make a real nice pop over this, but because this was so bullish and the trend was so awesome, my stop loss was at 479. So we stayed in and rode this out through this little dip here after we got filled. I got filled right at about 501 or 502 area, and it pulled right back, which, you know, it can be worrisome, but that's why we have a trade plan. There's a reason why I have my stop here at the 479 level. Okay, I was trading this off of the 480 support area. So there's a reason I have my stop there. This is just not just a random number. There's a reason I didn't have it at 489, you know, where we would have been stopped out before this went up and took all of our profits. Had this at 479 level for a reason. And so keep that in mind, because I'm going to talk about another stock, Twitter, in a second, that has to do with stop losses, which worked the other way for me. So anyways, here with dry ships, we got filled at 501, pulled back, made that nice strong move, ended up holding the green move, and I ended up selling at about 514. But this had potential for roughly, 4%, 3.6% on this move. And this is just a little move here that we took advantage of. We were quick, we were snipers about it, and it paid off really well for us. It was awesome. So the next level to watch over this would be 520 right now. This is middle of the market right now, so things are moving. This is live. It will be interesting to see if this works its way back over 520, because it is making higher lows here, you see. Whatever happens with this dip will be pretty telling what will happen to the stock. If this falls under 480, then it'll likely sell off the rest of the day. If it can hold this 480 level and make higher lows, then we could see a nice push into power hour. So I also want to talk about our swing from yesterday. We swung DYN. We got in here at 1080 right at end of day. News came out about a merger, and this just spiked big time. Actually got halted on circuit breaker, spiked even more up here. And I waited for the pullback and got in with about 30 minutes left of market, and got in at 1080. Look at this action up here at 1250 in pre-market. That's plus 16% right there for anyone who took profit. I'll admit I didn't. I mean, this was at 4 a.m. in the morning, or 5 a.m. in the morning. I was asleep through this, and I ended up selling at about 1120 area for a solid 3% trade from 1080 to 1120 or so, which was about right here. Some members held a little longer, sold up here at 1130 area, and ended up being really solid. So that was an awesome swing trade for us, another 3% or so. Another awesome stock that we traded was this MNOV dip buy, which worked out really, really well for us. We dip bought this at 460 or 661 right here. This was this morning. Dip bought this right here at 661. There you go. Dip bought at 661. I had a price target of 680, so I put my sell in. I bought about right here. 2 or 3 minutes after I bought, we got that nice spike up to 680 bounce. And the reason why I bought this was for the basketball bounce purposes, and you can see it's still basketball bouncing. There's the first bounce, Boom, second bounce, and now it looks like it's kind of going to dribble out, probably like this the rest of the day. And if you're confused about what a basketball bounce is, watch my other video on dead cat bounce plays and basketball bounce plays. So anyways, we got in here at 660, and I took profits at 680 right here. A nice solid trade there, 20 cents a share from 660 to 680. We had some members take profits even higher up here at 690. It was a beauty. Congrats to everyone there. Next stock I want to talk about is TWTR. Now this stock I'm mad at, and I'm actually really mad at this stock right now because we got totally faked out on this. We bought over pre-market resistance, which was 950. Let me zoom in a little bit here. We bought over 1950 pre-market resistance, which is right here. And so we got filled right about 1951. And it had a nice little spike up to 1960 area, but then it pulled back. My stop on this was 1899, and in hindsight, obviously it's easy to say in hindsight, but in hindsight I should have had it under low of day right here, which was basically 1890. I should have had my stop loss at 1889, would have saved us on this trade. So this was my stop loss. This should have been my stop loss. I used the whole number of 19 for a stop loss instead of using previous low of day, which I should have done. You know, obviously I'm still learning. We'll make mistakes occasionally. But we had a tight stop loss, so we barely lost anything on it. And not mad about it. This ended up holding that low of day, though. I got stopped out right here, and look what happened right after. Made this really nice move. I had $20 as the price target. Ended up moving over $20. So really happy to see we were on the right track there. And you know, made the right play. Just misplaced my stop loss by about 10 cents is all. So that's TWTR. And that was the one losing trade today. We won, I think, 9 of our last 10 trades, and this was the only losing one, and it still ended up actually being a winner. It just barely missed that stop loss. So anyways, hope this is helpful. I hope that red to green explanation that we played on dry ships is useful. Red to green breakouts are a real solid, reliable pattern. When the stock goes red to green, you don't always want to trade any stock that goes red to green. There needs to be, you know, catalyst behind it. For example, this had tons of momentum, and lots of shorts jumped in this end of day and brought it all the way down under 5 into after hours and this morning. So I knew there were tons of shorts in it because tons of shorts had been accumulating in this area trying to bring this thing back down. So I knew a red to green move, we should get a real nice pop, and we did. Nice pop right there. And as always, you get in, lock and profit. You don't hold and hope. That's not the goal. So again, this is still on watch for over 520. Hope this is helpful. Come join us in the chat room.